Hey y'all, I'm back. Man, it's been an interesting couple of years. I took a couple of years off of this, and I think it was very necessary for several reasons. So I had a little baby. Her name is Wolverine. She's about 13 months now. I was like, whoa. I had an interesting pregnancy, and so I just kind of took some time off during that time, and then just took some time to hang out with the family. And I learned a new skill. I'm still learning. I learned the skill of trading, and I'm still learning, and also helping other people in that area as well. So life's been interesting. Life's been great, and so I took this time off and just kind of did some reflecting, and it's like just been coming back to me more and more as time goes that I need to get back in here and talk about the importance of health and the importance of proper nutrition, and specifically plant-based foods, right? Like I know, like before I was kind of teeter-tottering, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but I felt like I was, because I know it's hard to change diet, right? And I know that it's a part of society, it's a part of our culture. And every time that I would tell somebody, man, it's got to be plant foods, right? It's hard. And then I would look at the person's reaction. I'm also very empathetic, so I can kind of like feel people's emotions. And man, it would be like crushing. And at the same time, now I think in the last 2 years, I've realized that, you know what, I'd rather send that message, which is the truth, versus continuing to watch the people around me not feel good, continuing to watch people's health go down, continuing to watch people develop these chronic diseases that are totally preventable and also reversible, only by changing diet, right? I don't know what to say. I mean, the truth is animal food is not good for us, especially in the amount that we take it in. But really, if somebody has a chronic disease, it is really important to change that and focus on plant foods. And so really that's really my message, right? Like, how do you know it's a and also how do you know it's a plant food, right? Like it comes from nature, and you don't have to do anything to it, right? Like, speaking of organic food, right? And organic plant-based foods. If you eat organic plant-based food all the time, majority of the time, I'm talking 90% or more of the time, you're gonna be just fine, right? Processed food is terrible. How do you know that it's processed? Thinking about like pasta, thinking about things in boxes, crackers, cookies, things that I don't, like I can get, it can get really deep in this video. However, I think for this particular video, I just kind of wanted to put that specific message out, and that is this: organic plant-based foods is the way to go for optimal health. Organic plant-based food is the way to go for optimal health. It can't get no better than that, right? Like, try putting water in your gas tank and see what happens, right? By eating all of this nonsense that we eat, that's essentially what we're doing. We're putting stuff in our body that our body cannot use, and it breaks down because of that, right? And so that's why it's important to really focus on giving ourselves the best foods. I know it can be expensive sometimes, but the truth is, what's on the other side of that, right? Like, how can we man, it's deep, right? Like, it's like on the other side of that is the healthcare cost that comes with not eating properly, right? It's not just that it could be expensive, because the truth is, if we go to the grocery store and we just buy fruits and vegetables, it's not going to be super expensive, to be honest, right? The cost of preparing the food, the cost of chopping up these vegetables and, preparing for the week, that's also a lot. I know it costs time, but at the same time, it is so worth it, right? It's so worth it to invest in our health. because without it, man, it's tough to continue to be productive in society, right? So that's my message. I'm going to continue. I'm going to start creating more content, talking about all the different kinds of foods that are good for us, and also talking about the foods that are not good for us, that, you know, we've thought that are good for us. You know, like, for example, seafood, right? Like, you think about seafood, like shrimp. A lot of people think that shrimp is good for them. But what is shrimp? Shrimp is a bottom feeder. Its job is to clean up the ocean, right? And then we take this stuff and we put it in our body. And, you know, why do you think so many people have seafood allergies? You know, things like that. Just some cereals, breaking down cereals, but really animal products, animal food, period, is not good for us. So that's the best way to go for optimal health. The research proved it in the past when I did it, when I was researching kind of what was going on with my mother, and my mother had ovarian cancer. She made her transition in 2020. And then after that, you know, what has happened in the last couple of years, like I said, is that I've just continued to hear many people in my life either develop these chronic diseases or really struggle with them. And I cannot consciously continue to go on with my life with the information that I have and not put this message out. So that's why I have decided to kind of come back and really focus on this and share, you know, the information that I have as well. So anyway, this is good, fam, and I can't wait to share more. All right, see you in the next video.